We're now exposed to thousands of adverts on social media, on billboards, on adverts on television around food, and especially the highly palatable foods with fats, carbohydrates and sugars, the fast foods, the junk foods. Children more and more are exposed to this on a daily basis. In the US, children are actually directly marketed to, not so much in the UK or any other European country. Just look at what's around us. There's chicken shops, pizza parlours, there's the whole shebang, there's junk food everywhere. The food industry has taken this to the next level, creating moreish foods, energy, dense, artificially created foods with bliss points. Bliss points are where the correct ingredients, the right ingredients, a bit like the Goldilocks thing, will just set off that craving for more and more and more. So that's why people are finding it more difficult to stop eating certain foods. And drinks are even worse. Just look at the artificial drinks such as colas. They have 8 to 10 teaspoonfuls of sugar per can. I know as a dentist that I've witnessed or spoken to children who have drunk 2 litres of cola a day. That's a phenomenal amount of sugar, and it's also very, very addictive. And even worse are energy drinks, which is absolutely piled with sugar. One particular brand, it contains 35 teaspoonfuls of sugar, which is horrendous, and also caffeine, which just makes the whole situation worse. So you can understand why, many children might find it difficult controlling their consumptions of sugar. As I said, one bottle of cola can have 8 to 10 teaspoonfuls. Then we're looking at the advertising, the different colours, the variety. 1 minute there's a variety of something, and then 1 or 2 weeks later there's another variety of the same thing. The choice overload is massive. So our brains want to sample all these wonderful things, and children are very, very susceptible at a very young age to food addiction. And with that kind of behaviour and eating pattern and the consumption, as I said, more and more and more, we're looking at children who will become overweight or obese. Now that is not great for a school child. They'll be bullied and picked on. They'll be bullied at school. There'll be cyberbullying. There'll be all sorts of negative consequences of being overweight. They could be termed lazy, fat, greedy, pig. Their relationships aren't formed very well at school because of bullying, so they'll probably have fewer friends, and it's very, very difficult, and they're full of shame and guilt again, but they don't understand why they can't stop consuming these foods. So what can we do to help that child, the child that's compulsively eating? And also when I'm talking about compulsively eating, they're probably also hiding food and secretly eating. All those habits are starting to kick in. So what can a parent do? And I strongly, strongly believe it's the parental responsibility to alleviate the condition. So what can you do as a parent? Number one, I think, is eating at the table as a family. Having TV dinners becomes a very mindless thing, so it's mindful eating rather than mindless eating. Don't ask a child to clean what's on their plate. Eat everything. Children do self-regulate, so if they're full, they are full. Don't use sugary foods or sweets as a reward. That will only set up a reward system that's very hard to break as a habit in life. What you could do is reward them with positive praise and other positive things. As a parent, be a role model. Practice what you preach, walk your walk. And we're talking about, variety. We're talking about moderation. We're talking about, fresh fruit, vegetables. Give that child a choice. What we're aiming to do for children is set up healthy habits. Healthy habits start when they're young and in their formative years. So it's really good that if any habits they're starting with eating sugary foods, to break it at that stage. So it's never too late to make a positive change in your child's life. You can start today.